Thank you, Earl. The last time I addressed a group of members of the diaspora, and I hope you noted that the chairman said the bright set of the diaspora. The last time I addressed the diaspora, I gave a speech, and I thought it was a brilliant speech. I was then followed by the director of culture, who came up, and what he did was to say, "Oh, what to do? Carry me aki go a lipstick market knock." And the entire place. And I felt really jealous because I spent 2 days writing the speech, and he just came on, "Carry me aki go." So afterwards, I spoke with a few members on the periphery of the hall. They said, why was the response to the speech so bland, but yet to the director of culture, it was so engaging? And the point was made that, Jamaicans are fatigued. Every year, every week, every day, we read the papers, and it is the same old story. Jamaica is not doing well. So tonight, I'm not here to depress you with what is wrong with Jamaica. Tonight, I want to say to you that there is hope. That there is hope for Jamaica. And I know you don't believe me because you're not clapping. But let me say it again. There is hope for Jamaica. And it will take some time, I am aware of that, to get Jamaicans to believe that their outlook, the future, can be positive, that things can actually be better for Jamaica. And as I talk to persons my age and younger, and I'm sure my age is a matter of public record, I'm 24. There is a complaint, especially those who have had the opportunity to travel. Why can't Jamaica be like New York? Or better yet, why can't we be like Cayman? What is the problem? Because when we go to Cayman and we go to New York, Jamaicans there do well. What is the problem in Jamaica? I want to say to you that a large part of the problem relates to government and how we govern. A large part of the problem relates to the structure of our economy, the type of economy that we have, our ability to withstand internal and external shocks. But you know what? A large part of the problem is how we see ourselves. Do we see ourselves as a people that can achieve economic greatness? I know that we see ourselves as a people who can stand on the international stage and achieve political significance and greatness. If you stop and think, last week we celebrated Heritage Week in Jamaica, and Monday was the culmination of that celebration in National Heroes Day ceremony. And we awarded great Jamaicans, people who have contributed significantly to the development of our society. And if you think back on the great Jamaicans, let's start with Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey, a powerful Jamaican, who was, you could say, a father of the consciousness of the black race, amongst others we could name, but since I'm speaking about Jamaicans. Which other island could have produced a Bob Marley, whose music and poetry today remain as the anthem for resistance to oppression and injustice around the world for all nations. We as a people are powerful in our political stance. I want to be able to transfer that power into being a powerful economic people. We must pay attention to our economy. What does this mean? I'm in the hall, greeting people. A lady comes up to me. She says, "You see that road in St. Thomas? It is so bad that people can't carry their produce out. You must fix it." I wanted to remind her. I said, "Well, I am not the government." Her response was, "We must work together and fix it." And I agree with her. We must work together and fix it. She wasn't interested in the politics. She was interested in the economics. The people could not carry their produce to market because the road was bad. We as a people, in the last 50 years, and even before that, and rightfully so, have spent our energy on fighting for our political independence and recognition. But Norman Manley said clearly to us that it is now time that we secure our economic independence. Indeed, as we see in the world today, the true security of our political independence lies in securing our economic independence. I therefore say to you that as a leader of the country, I don't come from the school that seeks to pay too much attention to the politics. I come from the school that wants to see my country, the citizens of my country, feeling proud that they don't have to become economic refugees. That our friends in Trinidad don't have to say to us, "We have Jamaicans here coming to take our jobs." I want to see my people presenting their passport at any port, and people accept them and don't look at them with second thoughts. That's my generation. That's my vision for my country. I don't have time to waste on dividing and separating the people of Jamaica politically into PNP or JLP. The only P I see is prosperity. So I come tonight to preach the doctrine of prosperity. We must not be afraid of it. We must not be ashamed of it. Jamaica has the potential to be the superpower country of the world. And if you believe that, give me a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. One of the things that I've always spoken about, and people look at me, either I'm mad or I'm naive, is I've said that we can end poverty in Jamaica. I've always said that. And I've set that as my personal goal. We have, in Jamaica, stymied the fight on poverty by making poverty a political issue. Now, and I know that if you speak to any Jamaican randomly, they would say education is so important. But what are we really doing with education? Now, I'm not talking about what the government is doing with education. What are our parents doing about education? I know that the diaspora is doing a lot for education. And I want to pause here to congratulate the members of the diaspora who, through their spirit of volunteerism, have helped so many kids back home in Jamaica. But I think we need to start a new revolution in education in Jamaica. And that's part of the intent of my leadership, to place education back on the priority. Not just the priority in the budget, but the priority in the minds of the people of the country.